Good evening. We'll have your updates on the Jasper election, 2 marching bands going to state, and coverage of the Ferdinand Annual Town Dinner here tonight. Also for you tonight, we'll have local stories, sports, and weather all coming up on 18 WJTS News. This is the WJTS News. I'm Charlotte Olson. The mayor of Jasper is firing back at a Jasper City Councilman's remarks that were published yesterday in a local newspaper. In a story in Thursday's DuBois County Herald regarding the possible recount and/or vote by the current Jasper Common Council to decide who will be the city's mayor come January 1st, City Councilman at-large Randy Bukta was quoted in the paper criticizing the current Jasper mayor, Terry Seitz. Of course, Tuesday, the election between the Republican incumbent Terry Seitz and Democrat challenger Wayne Sheeter ended in a deadlock of 1,856 votes apiece. Independent candidate Joshua Budd finished the election with 190 votes. Now, the candidates our party chairmen have until November 20th to request a recount of the votes. Both Seitz and Sheeter say they have yet to decide whether or not to ask for the recount. DuBois County Clerk Bridget Jarboe says that if the certified results remain tied, the City Council would have to vote by December 31st on whether Seitz or Sheeter should become the new mayor of Jasper. While most of those councilmen mentioned in the story said they were not sure what their vote would be, Bukta, however, was quite clear his vote would favor Sheeter. In the story, Bukta went on to say, and quote, "There are so many things that go on behind the scenes that the public doesn't know. Bukta says Seitz has good intentions, but the way he goes about it isn't right. I really believe that there were things going on that if the people knew, they would have voted against him. I guarantee you that." In his response to Bukta's comments released to the media early this morning, Seitz said, and quote, "As a private citizen of Jasper, I chose to enter public life 4 years ago to become mayor of the city I love. Along the way, each one of my campaigns has been conducted respectfully and ethically. After a first term in office, I stand in the unprecedented position of being in the tie vote for the re-election. The potential tie-breaking action is a vote by our Common Council." Seitz continued saying, quote, "In an article published by the Herald on Thursday, November 5th, Councilman Randy Bukta made insinuations calling into question my integrity not as a candidate, but as your mayor. Charges such as these crossed the line from a campaign to an outrageous assault on the city's highest office position. Unfortunately, these accusations insult not only me, but my entire family, and they cannot be dismissed lightly." Seitz concluded his statement saying, "Perhaps Councilman Bukta is just disappointed he lost on Tuesday, or perhaps he actually meant what he said. Regardless, the allegations are defaming me, and I'm calling him to make a public reaction and to issue a public apology to me, my family, and the city's citizens of Jasper, who are both represented." Bukta finished third in a pool of 4 candidates for the 2 at-large spots on the Jasper City Council. Officers with the Jasper Police, DuBois County Sheriff's deputies, Indiana State Police troopers, and members of the Jasper Volunteer Fire Department joined together Thursday afternoon in a search for a 2-year-old toddler who went missing around 1 p.m. yesterday. Authorities received a call that the toddler could not be found from a residence along Riley Drive on the city's north side. It took searchers about 17 minutes to find the child, who had been hiding outside the residence. In a release, the Jasper Police Department expressed their appreciation for the quick response by all of the departments and civilian volunteers who took part in yesterday's search. Indiana's 15th governor, Mike Pence, was the keynote speaker at the town of Ferdinand's annual Chamber of Commerce dinner. Pence, who was introduced by Lieutenant Governor and Ferdinand native Sue Ellison, called our area one of the most dynamic economies in the state and praised DuBois County's state low 2.8% unemployment rate. Pence also boasted 129,000 jobs have been created and businesses have invested over $4 billion in Indiana in the past year. Pence also promised the completion of I-69 and promised more resources and funding for vocational and career technical education locally. Town Council President Ken Seacard declared that the State of the Town address C-Card said the 6th annual Ferdinand Folk Fest featured the largest crowd in its history, and despite rain, the Ferdinand's 175th was a booming success. The event raised $100,000 for the community, and the treasurer, Jim Mailing, explained where all that money went.
We had tremendous crowds the last 2 evenings, a Friday evening and Saturday evening. We ended up giving $10,000 to the future Heimat Fest, the 2016 Heimat Fest committee for seed money. We had $10,000 that we gave to the park board because we messed things up a little bit over the course of the event this year. And then we made a substantial $80,000 donation to the DuBois County Community Foundation. So we're thrilled to be able to do that. We think it's going to be long-term proceeds and for our community.
The Forest Park Profile in Success Alumni Association Award went to Dave Fisher of Fisher Farmstead. The Community Service Award was awarded posthumously to Francis Lindauer, who dedicated his life to making Ferdinand better. He was called a great husband, father, farmer, sailor, restorer, and builder of the future. Speaking after the dinner, Chamber of Commerce President Brian Dale said that the future is bright for Ferdinand.
It is our intent to do whatever we can to help our businesses grow, whether that's through marketing efforts, promotional efforts, whatever the case may be, to continue to help our businesses grow, and obviously to look to bring new businesses into the town. For instance, we have the Taco Bell coming in, we have the additional jobs at Master Brand and Best Home Furnishings. So the future looks very bright for Ferdinand. We want to see it continue to grow, and we're certainly pleased and proud to be a part of that.
Other dignitaries on hand from the state included State Senator Mark Messmer, District 74 Representative Lloyd Arnold, and District 63 Representative Mike Braun. 2 DuBois County marching bands have their sights set on the state title this weekend. Tomorrow, Chad Gasso's Forest Park Marching Rangers and the Jasper Marching Wildcats, under the direction of James Goodhue, will be taking part in the annual Indiana State Music Association State Finals for high school marching bands in Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The Marching Rangers advanced after their performance in the Class D semi-state at Franklin Community High School in Franklin last Saturday. Jasper, meanwhile, performed at Pike High School in Indianapolis and advanced in Class B. The Southridge Marching Raider Band competed in the Class C semi-state at Decatur Central High School in Indianapolis last week, but failed to advance. Again, Jasper and Forest Park will travel to Indianapolis on Saturday for the state finals at Lucas Oil Stadium. Jasper, who last captured a state title in 2012, will perform at 2:28 p.m. The Marching Rangers will play for their 4th consecutive state championship at 6:27 p.m. As part of the contest, the American Dairy Association of Indiana and the Prairie Farm Dairy will award a $1,000 Winner's Drink Milk Scholarship to a music student at each of the 4 state champion schools. For those planning to attend, admission is $20 for adults and $18 for students and preschool. Best of luck to both the Marching Rangers and the Marching Wildcats. The Smithville Charitable Foundation has approved and awarded a $20,000 grant to Next Act Incorporated. It'll be used for the purchase and/or renovation of Jasper's historic Astra Theater. Next Act performed in 2014 as a group whose primary interest was to save, revive, and revitalize the Astra. The group notes it has since undergraded its mission, and it's not only to save the Astra, but to foster, engage, and create cultural and artistic happenings and knowledge in the DuBois County area. In a news release, Next Act Chairman Leslie Hamby says that the group is humbled by the Smithville's belief in their project and the community. She says this philanthropic support is an investment not only in the future of the Astra Theater, but also in the area's arts and cultural awareness, and could not be more grateful that the funds from Smithville will be used for the purchase of the building. With more than $400,000 raised, $300,000 for the endowment, and more than $100,000 for the purchase of the theater, Next Act hopes to make an announcement in the very near future about a purchase date for the theater. The 4th leg of I-69 from Evansville to Indianapolis is slated to open by the end of the year. INDA project manager Janelle Lemon said that the exact date of the opening will likely be announced around Thanksgiving. The route is expected to be open to its entirety between NSWC Crane to Bloomington. Lemon says INDOT's goal is to open it all at once instead of portions. Section 4 of the interstate has 9 segments to be completed by 6 different contractors. The entire section measures 27 miles in length. It begins at US 231 near Crane and ends at State Road 37 south of Bloomington. Work has begun on Section 5 from Bloomington to Martinsville, and the route will mostly follow the existing State Road 37 to State Road 39, interchange south of Martinsville. It's approximately 21 miles in length, and that work is projected to be finished by the end of 2016. The staff at the DuBois County Humane Society, in conjunction with Dr. Mike Schnell of Liberty Vet Services in Boonville, will be holding a low-cost vaccine, microchip clinic, and minor care clinic this Sunday at the Humane Society. Facilities located along Wernsing Road in Jasper. Now, this is a walk-in clinic that will take place from noon until 2 p.m. with no appointments needed. Those participating are asked to please bring any available medical history for their pet. This service is open to the public and is not limited to residents of DuBois County. Donna Hopkins is with the Humane Society, and she says that the organization is in hopes of continuing the program in the future.
That is our goal. It's kind of a fundraiser for us. He's working with us that whatever monies he makes, we get a certain percentage to come back to us. Cool. And so therefore, depending on what kind of turnout we have and so forth, we're hoping to make this a regular offered thing that we can have to our community right here.
A full listing of services and associated costs can be found under upcoming events at the www.duboiscountyhumane.org. And stay tuned for our weather update.